you can absolutely recreate your past. And if you don't think that you can recreate your past, you don't understand how you're currently remembering your past. Because what you're remembering, I don't think that's what really happened. Like, there's all kinds of perspectives on what happened.
Exactly.
So, once again, I think we're just creating these boxes.
Yeah.
And
that's what Bashar says, that, you know, like, say you have I know. Yeah. I would have never probably listened to any channel messages if you said something about Bashar, and then like 3 months later I saw the link and opened it up, and then I was like, it's not about where the message is coming from. It's about that information. Yeah. You know, don't judge the source. You know,
if you watch 5 minutes of Bashar and you don't know nothing about Bashar, you're like, this dude's a lunatic. This is bullshit. This is not. And if you watch 30 minutes of Bashar, you're like, this is gold.
He gets it.
This is it. Like, so it's fantastic.
But yeah, and the one thing he says is that, like, say you have an addiction and you are an addict, and you know the society teaches you that you're always an addict. You're always going to have that addiction, even when you get clean. Well, no, because if you shift your mindset, if you stop with that addiction, and you're recreating the past almost, because if you shift, you get clean of that, and you completely change your mindset, then you never had the problem. Yeah, you never were an addict. That's, I mean, and that goes through shifting through parallel realities, you know, billions of times per second.
Most people can't deal with that we're actually shifting through parallel realities, but that's a fact. Like Mandela Effect, like
that's the only thing that makes sense for the Mandela Effect.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
That's because that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I think
that's the only thing that makes sense. Where a group of people will remember it one way and the other group will remember it a different way. Because that's what I struggle with. Like, how is this possible? Is it CERN? Is it this? Is it that?
Yeah.
You know. But then I heard that it's like so elegantly simple. Like, you know, we are agreeing on a reality as a mass, as, you know, as the collective, and that's what we portray and what we see, and those are the realities that we're into. But, you know, if you switch your mindset, then maybe, you know, because we're all connected, we're all part of this consciousness, so maybe that group of people that are on that same frequency of consciousness, or, you know what I mean, that whatever, you know what I'm saying, hopefully. So they shift, and they'll have an experience of one thing, but that doesn't agree with the mass population. So then that's
or maybe they're shifting also, but they're just not conscious of. Because I think as your consciousness expands, you become more aware. And so we're starting to become aware of two different realities at the same time. Whereas someone that's living in more of a box, as soon as the idea that something in the past has changed, it doesn't fit into their box. So they can't accept it. And so you'll see that blank face. But that's cool.
But then someone that does believe that, they can shift and it'll be different.
I mean, the only reason they can't accept it is because that's what they were taught. And then their parents were taught that. And so, you know, you can... It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Like it just is what it is. And there's no reason to judge somebody for anything. Like we're all just doing the best we can, trying to figure out this game of life. And but there's clearly something happening with these frequencies, and it seems to I think what it is I think that we all have an internal guidance system, every one of us, and somehow these frequencies are turning that on, and so we're always you just know what's right for you. Like, what's right for me is not right for AJ or for other people. But I know what's right for me. And that's all that matters. Yeah. You have your own internal guidance system. And I think it goes back to, like, when you're a kid. We put these walls up, and these walls to protect us, and these walls don't allow us to trust ourselves. And really, all you have to do is trust yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, because notice the feelings you have when you have some of these, you know, when you find yourself saying something that you've been told by your parents or told by culture. When you say it, just feel like, does this feel right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe some people don't feel that, but
yeah. Well, I think a lot
it.
of people don't, but I think once you start becoming aware of these things, that you might do something you've been said over and over again, and I can't think of anything specific, but that's definitely happened to me. Where it's like I start to say it, and I'm like,
why do I say
that's
that
not even part of my world anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, you pay attention to that. You know, it's amazing to me how, like, your cellular structure will react to information. It's all frequency, and you're 70% water and you're liquid, you know, and that reacts to frequencies. So, you know, if there's a low frequency, it's, you know, like that they flash froze the crystals, water crystals. Can't think of his name.
Masuto.
Yeah, Dr.
Emoto.
Masuro. Yeah, I did a video on that a while back, but and me and Bosie talked about this on our show this morning, that absolutely will affect you. So your thoughts and the words that you speak, if they're in a hate vibration or frequency, imagine what that's going to do to your body, to the water, blood, everything in your cells. It's going to create chaos. But if you are thinking and speaking about love, or just being in that love frequency, or you know, forgiveness, peace, whatever it is, then that will completely change your body, your cellular structure. It's crazy for me to think about that, because it's just,
I don't even allow my kids to say the word hate.
Yeah. That's what I've caught myself saying that, because, you know, it's like, you know, just a little thing, like, man, I hate that. And I'm like, why?
Because
like, that's such a strong word.
Hate is such a strong emotion. And the thing is when you say, like my kids would be like fighting or something, and say, oh, I hate you.
Yeah.
It's like, don't ever say that. Because first of all, it has crazy emotion behind it. But when you think about something with a strong emotion, it brings it faster and faster. I go, so basically when you say you hate your brother, not only are you're creating a version of him, a stronger version of him that you don't like. Yeah. Like you can say, I don't like the way you act. I don't, it hurts me when you do this. But don't say, I hate you. Yeah. Because
then you're going to bring out that person.
Not only, you're going to be creating more of a version that you hate. Yeah. And that's who
I am with my kids right now. I keep saying stupid. I'm really trying to break that. It's just stupid. It's stupid. You're stupid. Like, stop. Like, no. Yeah. But I'm not even going to get into all that. But yeah. All right. Oh, wow. We did 40 minutes. Holy crap. Okay, let's do the reconnection. Yeah, we got to do the reconnection before I get kicked out of here. So, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, dude. Appreciate it. And Case also said he was going to do some shows with, you know, the whole video chat thing on the computer. So we'll get that set up in the future. Give him a chance to settle in.
How many times can you say the same thing, though? Like, I see some of these guys that, like, I see some of these, like, spiritual channels, and they release like 2 videos a day. You know, like, what do you got to say? Yeah. Like, I'm already redundant. Like, I've only made like 50 videos, and I'm already saying the same stuff over and over. But
you just say it in different ways.
You say it in different ways, but there's not that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I think the way you say it a different way may resonate with a whole other group of people.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yep. All right.
Okay, man.
All right, let's turn this off. All right. Welcome back. Man, we just finished part 2 of the reconnection. It's pretty crazy. I just I really let go this time, you know, stop thinking about stuff. I kind of like, you know, like looked up into the back of my head so I didn't see him or his hands, even with my eyes closed this time. The first time I just see everything, you know, I see it all. So I just let go and I stopped thinking about it. I got out of my head, and you know, I felt the energy so much more this time. You know, I just felt like I was engulfed with them, engulfed with these frequencies. And you know, I had a couple muscle spasms that were really going. Like, I don't think my body was really moving, but I could feel the muscles, like in my arm and my leg, kind of just twitching or pulsing a little bit. It was pretty wild. And other than that, I just enjoyed laying in the frequencies for 30 minutes, you know. Like, last night after the first session, I felt like I weighed like 50 pounds, man. I didn't feel any pressure on my feet when I walked. My back didn't hurt. You know, I was in the car for a long time yesterday. I'm gonna be in the car for a long time now. It just felt fine, felt good. And same thing today. Feel good. That's freaking awesome. Now I gotta drive all the way back, which kind of sucks. Kind of sucks I have to rush out of there. But I did a video with Case. We did ended up being like 40 minutes long. That's why we had to rush out of here after the session, because it was checkout time. So yeah, I'm gonna put all kinds of video stuff together, and I'm gonna post a trip so everybody can see kind of how everything went. I didn't get any footage of the session, you know. I don't have any really strong registers, so I wasn't moving around or nothing, so I just, you know, just seeing Case doing the session. So that's why I did a video with them, you know. And I was kind of like in disbelief. Like, it felt so natural just talking with him, and I mean, we have such a good vibe, you know. We feel like we're family. It's just so perfect, you know. It just feels so right, you know. It's really truly amazing. So thank you, Case. I love you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna keep everybody posted as I go through this training for the reconnection frequencies. And I don't know how difficult it's going to be to get trained to do the reconnection now, because apparently it's a little different than it used to be. But you know, I looked it up online and I didn't see anything about it, so I'll have to dig into it a little more. Maybe Case will know someone or know an event that I can maybe attend in the next year or two, which is yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, everybody, I love y'all. I love you all. Be the change that you want to see in the world, and just love everybody, you know. Most importantly, love yourself. Okay. All right, bye-bye.